Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have some remarks. And our first speaker to come is the chairman of one of our committees, Mr. Elvis Newton. And I want to make sure that I give him his right name and designation. Electoral Reform Consultative Committee Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Newton, who will now address you. Let's put our hands together, please, for Mr. Newton.
Mr. Chairman, I crave your indulgence and, of course, your concurrence to permit me, in the interest of time, to adopt the protocol previously established and recognized by your good self. Hope I have your permission, sir. As the youngest member, or the second youngest member of the team, because Mr. Grant is younger than I am, I will start the ball rolling, and I will make my inning quick, because this is a one-day match for me. And so I will finish very quickly so that we could get down to the heavier weights. I am honored to be speaking on behalf of the other 6 members of the Electoral Reform Consultative Committee. We are, namely, Mr. Clement Bouncing Williams, Mr. Clifford Thomas, Mr. Douglas Watley, Mr. Elvin Bailey, Mr. Clive Backus, and Ms. Mutris Williams. We are tasked with the enormous but nonetheless achievable responsibility of soliciting the views and concerns of the general public about the current electoral system, with the primary intention of proposing a new and reformed system. We are expected to achieve this through extensive public consultations with all stakeholders, resident Unsinkits, and those of our brothers and sisters residing abroad. Since our appointment on August 1st, 2006, the committee has been endeavoring to develop a comprehensive work program guided primarily by a series of consultations in the form of town hall community meetings. These, we hope, will afford us the opportunities to interact and dialogue with every member, every citizen and resident in our communities throughout both islands, that is, St. Kitts as well as Nevis. Completed schedule of the consultations will be published and widely circulated in all media entities throughout the Federation. In addition to several town hall community meetings, the committee intends to invite representatives of political, civic, religious, youth, and other groups to meet us so that we document concerns, suggestions, and/or recommendations in our final report to be submitted for consideration by the National Advisory Electoral Reform and Boundaries Committee. Our report, we have set the deadline based on the parameters given by Parliament that we will have this report ready by the second week in November 2006. It is our intention also to canvass views and or opinions of our nationals residing abroad, specifically interested nationals residing and or working in Anguilla, the British Virgin Islands, St. Martin, the United States Virgin Islands, selected cities on North America, namely New York, Washington, D.C., Miami, and Toronto, and then in the United Kingdom, specifically targeting London, Birmingham, Leeds, and Manchester. These will, over the 6 weeks of consultation, advise us of their concerns and offer the committee recommendations to inform the production of our report. We have also embraced technology in pursuit of our objectives. Hence, a decision to encourage our citizens, residents, and nationals to utilize the growing number of mediums through which their views and perspectives may be articulated. Mr. Chairman, in this instance, Voices, Prime Talk, Hard Talk, Let's Talk, all have integral roles to play in promoting the consultations we are about to undertake. We welcome and invite their involvement, as we do the many contributors to the St. Kitts and Nevis list via the internet. We also offer those of us who prefer the more traditional means the opportunity of preparing written submissions and inputs, all of which will be duly considered when the report is being finalized. Mr. Chairman, whilst our committee will make every effort to ensure a transparent and impartial, yes, we are guaranteeing a transparent and impartial process, we are nonetheless very conscious that our capacity to produce a report reflective of the views of nationals, citizens, and residents is dependent on consistent and open participation. In short, our committee is not a surrogate of any of the political parties on St. Kitts and Nevis. So the canvassing and the mobilization must be done by the various political parties throughout the Federation. We are committed to providing the means through which every input will be received and recorded. The committee offers, and we very well believe, that the process of electoral reform is too important an issue to become enmeshed in the narrow and apparently potentially destructive partisan politics which seemingly pervades every issue of national importance. Our committee, notwithstanding any personal view that we may hold as individuals, is committed to our philosophy, which we have articulated in a document which we intend to circulate. Mr. Chairman, permit me to quote that philosophy. Quote, "The Electoral Reform Consultative Committee firmly believes in the principle of democracy and the rule of law which guarantees every person the right and opportunity to vote. The committee therefore believes in and subscribes to the process of national consultation as a constructive means of strengthening the electoral system of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis." End of quote. Our every action during the period of consultations, and these commence formally on September 4th at the Bastia Senior High School, and then on September 5th at the Nevis Cultural Center. We will be guided by our philosophy. In closing, Mr. Chairman, permit me to extend a cordial invitation to the entire nation to join us in our quest to advance electoral reform through consultations. May this process be achieved with great success, so that in the end, those who come after us will be proud of our efforts. Thank you, and I'm very happy to be a part of the entire process.